Bahrain and the UAE have signed a currency swap agreement worth about $5 billion over a 5-year period. They're portraying it as a step towards closer financial cooperation and stronger economic ties, but the internet is kind of down on it, saying that it's more like Bahrain doesn't have a choice because they're locked in. They can't export anything because of the crisis in Hormuz. They also have basically no money and a lot of debt, and that this is more a bailout by the Emirates from to Bahrain, and Bahrain has no assets or reserves to pay back, and that this is actually a de facto annexation of Bahrain by the Emirates. So that's what's going on there. In the meantime, Iran is still claiming that the Strait of Hormuz is not closed, but that you still have to get permission from them to be guided through because of the alleged mines that may or may not be there. Nobody still knows if the mines are real or if they're just a threat that's being used to prevent ships from going through. There were only 4 ships that passed through yesterday, day 1 of the quote-unquote ceasefire. So we've got a Schrodinger's Strait and Schrodinger's ceasefire, I guess is what we're all calling it now. But it was all dry cargo, no oil or gas went through, and apparently it was mostly Iranian traded stuff anyway. There are still about 1,000 ships still trapped in the Arabian Gulf waiting to leave. And even if they wanted to, they couldn't get them all out in the next 2 weeks. So that's kind of a moot point. And there's also the argument that the fees for the safe passage are not sustainable. Like if the Gulf states really were paying $1 a barrel or $2 million, I think it's $2 million per ship. It's just not, they couldn't handle paying all of that. And Iran is still firing more drones, all at Bahrain today. There were 149 drones and missiles yesterday. The UAE is upset and saying that it's not actually open and that access has become restricted, that this is a direct threat to the global economic stability, and that freedom of navigation must be absolute and indivisible, and that the blockade sets a dangerous precedent. And I want to do more on the oil production shut-ins and so on in the next video.